Hi, I'm an auditor with your company's external auditing team. I was hoping to ask you a few questions. Is now a good time?
Yeah, sure. This is my break.
Okay, great. How long have you been with the company?
2 years.
And what other roles have you had within the company?
This is all I've ever done for the company. It's just work here for receiving.
Can you tell me a little bit about your supervisor? Do you interact with him often?
Well, Ben Ease is just a, regular, typical boss. He, as far as my interaction with him, he comes and collects my receiving logs weekly, but that's about it.
Are you the only receiving clerk?
No, there's another guy.
Does the other receiving clerk do your job when you're sick?
Yeah. He tries to take up the slack, but if he can't handle it all himself, they have a guy down at shipping that'll, help out, come over. He's cross-trained.
When and how are the spheres shipped to you?
They come in multiple times a day to me from supply.
And what do you do once you receive them?
Well, I take them over by the machine operator there when I'm delivering out the bags, and I count them out there in front of the machine operator, and he watches me do it, and I check that, check my count against the shipping slip, and I write it down on the goods received log.
Do you count the spheres that you've received by color?
No, just count them all.
Okay, how many different color spheres come in besides green and gold?
Well, there's just green and gold that usually come into. Well, every once in a while, we get an orange one, but it's very rare. Usually just green and gold.
Does anyone assist you in the counting process?
No, the machine operator watches me, but no one assists me. I can do it myself.
Does the operator recount the spheres?
No, it just watches me do it, observes, that I make the count.
Okay, and how does the machine operator get the spheres from you?
Well, I bring them over to his machine every day.
And does the operator sign off on the receipt of goods after you drop them off at the machine?
No, they just watch me count them. They don't have to sign anything.
And how do you allocate the spheres to each machine?
Well, every day I start them off with 6 bags. I take them over 6 bags to begin with, and then if they need more throughout the day, they can always call me and I'll bring them over another bag or whatever.
And do you keep a log of how many go to each operator?
No.
So you just leave the bags with the operators when they're counted?
Yeah, once I've counted them out and they've watched me, I move on. I just leave them there, yeah.
And the operators don't have to sign for them?
No, there's nothing. No, because I do my log, so it's not necessary.
What's the normal approximate ratio of the green spheres to gold spheres that come in?
It's like 9 gold or 9 green to every 1 gold, I guess.
Can anyone access the spheres if you are not around?
Well, of course, management can come to receiving anytime they want. My supervisor can come down. That's about it, though.
Can we see the documentation that you maintain in relation to the receipt of the spheres?
There isn't really, there isn't that any documentation. Aside from the receiving log that I keep, the guy from supply comes by, he rings the bell, I open the door for him, and, he gives me the bags, and I count the bags that he delivers and make sure that it checks with his, shipping sheet, and then I take them over to the machine operator and I count, each piece to make sure that we have the right number of pieces and compare that to the shipping slip on each bag, and then I log it down on my receiving log. That's basically what we keep is that receiving log.
Is there more than one receiving log?
No, there's just the one I have.
How often are logs reported to Ben, and does he check your work?
Well, Ben gets the log weekly from me, and but other than that, no one really. Nobody checks my work. I can do my job.
What if there's a discrepancy?
Well, there's never been a discrepancy. I count the pieces when they come in, and I've never found one to be missing what it says on the bag. I mean, if there was, I'd tell my supervisor, Ben Ease, but it's never been a discrepancy.
So do you keep a copy of the shipping invoice?
Why would I? I can see the bags are okay. I count the spheres myself, and I can see that they're fine. And I log everything and supply. They bill us later. You know, I assume accounting compares the numbers at some point. But I mean, there's just no need to keep anything else.
Do you have a schedule of future shipments so that you can develop an expectation of what's going to be coming in?
No, they come roughly the same time every day. We know about how many they're going to bring. It doesn't change that much. I mean, on a day-to-day basis, the numbers are a little different, but it's not that much. We know about what's coming in.
If you never have had any differences, do you just mark down the number from the shipping documents instead of actually counting?
No, I count. I always do my count.
Do you see or compare the amounts received to the PO?
No, I mean, I compare it to the shipping slip.
Has the process ever been reviewed by internal audit or anyone else?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Do you know who CJ is?
The machine operator, CJ Reddy, yeah.
Do you know if CJ is related to anyone in the company?
Well, her last name is Reddy. CEO's name is Reddy. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I have for now, but thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks. No problem.